YouTube Live. How's it going, everybody? I hope the internet connection is pretty good here. I'm using my Sprint internet connection. It's kind of dodgy at times, so I'll make this short and sweet. First of all, happy royal wedding day! Yeah, royal wedding day. It's Prince Harry is marrying Meghan Markle. Oh my God, lucky Harry, huh? Wow. Harry's a lucky bastard. Meghan is gorgeous. I gotta find me my own Meghan Markle for me. She's gotta be out there somewhere. Ah, lucky Harry. And so, yeah, I've set my alarm clock for 3 a.m. in the morning to watch the royal wedding. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but just enough to see, hopefully, either the kiss or she's walking down the aisle. I think last I read, it's Prince Charles that gonna be walking her down the aisle, but I might be mistaken. There it was kind of like a big news this past week about that. It's like, oh, her dad couldn't do it, so who's gonna step in and stuff like that. Um, Curious to see all the funny hats that the ladies will be wearing. I know when Kate Middleton and Prince William had their royal wedding, that was like the big deal. Everybody's talking about uh, the funny looking hats that the ladies attending the wedding were all wearing. Okay, so yeah, happy royal wedding day to you guys. I just want to make this quick video. I just got done covering the third Out Web Fest. By the way, if you hear the noise next door, that's a TV. So just focus on my voice. Okay. Um, it's basically a festival celebrating digital storytelling in the LGBTQ community. Uh, as you know, as an aspiring and as a struggling YouTuber myself, I look up to a lot of YouTubers. I Some of my favorites are the Young Turks, Kyle Kolinsky of Secular Talk, Jimmy Dore. I subscribe mostly to political news kind of YouTubers. Um, Entertainment based, I want to say I think I also subscribe to Jeremy Johns. Not necessarily Chris Stuckman. I watch Philip DeFranco from time to time. So anyway, I've interviewed Philip DeFranco and some of the big YouTubers, including Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. But the YouTubers that were at the YouTube Space LA for the Out Web Fest are the kinds, or I don't want to say kinds, are the online influencers that I prior to this night I had not met yet, or had not even heard about, or had not even checked their YouTube channel until my preparation for tonight's event. By the way, this also was the first time in 2 years that I returned to YouTube Space LA. YouTube Space LA, for those of you who don't know, it's a big facility um, in, I think, Santa Monica. I want to say it's like way past LA. It's huge. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you are a YouTuber with about 10,000 subscribers or more, you can either use or rent. I don't know which one is the correct one, but you can you can you can make use of the facility in YouTube Space LA for your projects. So that's I'm hoping to get to that point where I can go to YouTube Space LA not just for an event or not just to interview talents, but just like to actually film a video review or a sketch, what have you. So it's been 2 years since the last time I was there. Last time I was there was for Streamy Awards evening reception. And I think it took this while or this long for me to finally return to YouTube Space LA, or to finally get invited again, because I think because the publicity team has changed since 2 years ago. Um, it was a different PR company that contacted me about uh, covering Out Web Fest at YouTube Space LA. It was some new company that I had never heard about before, but this evening I had the pleasure of meeting them for the very first time and had a blast getting to know them a little bit. They're great people. Um, so yeah, I've been missing. I missed going to YouTube Space LA. I used to go there a lot. They used to invite me a lot. The PR that handled the YouTube prior to this, they used to invite me to the Halloween party, to the Christmas party, to St. Patrick's Day party. Oh man, I had so many memories at YouTube Space LA. So you can betcha these past 2 years, I'm like, there were times when I looked at my email or my inbox, like, oh, there's no more invites from the YouTube Space LA or YouTube community. I miss them. I miss going to that. Um, so hopefully this new PR company is kind enough to invite me more often. Hope now that they have seen me and they could see my work. By the way, I'll upload my video interviews with the YouTubers at Webfest tomorrow because I'm so exhausted tonight. I just want to crash early and then wake up to watch the royal wedding. Um, but yeah, let's get straight to my point. The title of this video is that the YouTubers that I interviewed at Webfest astound me, and I mean that in the most positive way. All right, so this is not sarcastic kind of title. Yeah, they really. Sorry, it's kind of itchy here in the back. They really amaze me. They floor me. And here's what I mean by that. Where's my light? I'm losing my light here. OutWebFest is, as I said earlier, is a festival for digital storytelling in the LGBTQ community. So the YouTubers that showed up tonight are LGBTQ YouTubers, right? So these are not necessarily YouTubers that I had subscribed or watched yet, but I did watch some of them as part of my research before going into tonight's event to interview them. And so one of them is James Butler. I got to interview him on the red carpet. And my God, dude, you got to check out his channel. There's this one video of his that went viral. He's got millions of subscribers. But this one video got viral because it was him basically calling, well, literally calling his estranged dad. All right. A dad whom he kind of had some tough childhood memories with because I don't know how abusive James described his dad was, but it got to a point where they became estranged. They haven't talked to each other in years. And so this video is just him calling his dad, surprising him, and James just like in tears. And fortunately, the dad on the other end of the line was very receptive, and there's no conflict or confrontation going on there in that conversation. It's just, oh man, it just gets you right here. And then there's another one, Miles McKenna. That's a famous YouTuber as well in the LGBTQ community. He does a lot of vlog about his transition because he came out as I think as a trans person. So there were videos of him kind of inviting his audience or his fans into his process of transitioning, and it's a tough one. It's so, man, it humbles me when I watch those videos because they those videos are just so, I don't know if I could put myself in such exposure, all right, for whatever reason that may be, all right. So for these YouTubers to put themselves out there in such a level where you just don't know what the response would be, if it's going to be backlash, you can guarantee there's going to be haters from right wingers leaving hate comments just because of them coming out as who they are. um, I can't begin to imagine what that must feel like, because we all have our adversities, right? We all have our struggles. I have my own adversity. I have my own hill to climb, my own hill to die on. So yeah, everybody's got their own thing. But I think personally for me, what these YouTubers, coming out in public, making videos about coming out, and the hardship that comes with that. Wow, it's just because you pretty much you are being a YouTuber means that you have to be vulnerable in front of a camera, because especially when you live stream. That's it. It's just you and the audience. Boom. That's it. There's no filter. There's no jump cuts. Um, so that itself is already, it already takes some sort of or it requires vulnerability on your part. It's like, hey, you gotta not be introverted. I was introverted for the longest while. That's why I became a YouTuber, a late bloomer, when I should have done it a long time ago. Because I was just so, I'm just an introverted kind of guy. Like, oh, I had to force myself or train myself to be comfortable in front of a camera, to let the world see me, you know, as I am, through the screen. It took a while to get there, for me to get there. So if that was already difficult for me, imagine all that plus coming out, plus you know putting yourself or declaring your identity, um, at the risk of the responses may be vary. When I interviewed, I don't know, I haven't interviewed Brad Pitt, but if I interview Brad Pitt, for example, okay, that's just hypothetical. Someday, hopefully, the responses mostly will be, "Oh, Rama, congrats! You interviewed one of the biggest stars in the world," or, "Oh, Brad Pitt, I love you." Oh, like those comments will be like flooding the comment section of like all positive stuff. So I'm putting myself out there, vulnerable, in front of one of the biggest stars in the world, and also in front of YouTube, you guys to see, and the responses will be positive because I just interviewed Brad Pitt. But for a YouTuber to be coming out, you just don't know what the responses will be. Who knows if it's going to be positive or negative or mixed, or those YouTubers might lose friends in the process. Who knows? Um, so I talked to them. I talked to James. I talked to Miles, and I talked to Gigi Gorgeous, one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. Oh my god, I was a little starstruck because I know of Gigi Gorgeous. I may not know the other YouTubers at the Outweb Fest until that event, but Gigi Gorgeous, man, everybody knows her. So yeah, I got to ask at least a couple of questions, and here's one. Before you watch my video interviews when I upload them tomorrow, um, I asked them, what is your advice to my fans, or maybe some folks out there who are still trying to gather the courage to come out, you know, because I'm not gay. So I don't know what that struggle feels like, but I know there are people, struggling with that, because they're afraid that if they do come out, their friends might hate them. They might get kicked out of the, by or their family might kick them out of the house, so they become homeless. Who knows? So I'm paraphrasing. Some of their answers include, well, you got to be in the right headspace. You got to come out with the people that you can trust. I think one of them said something along that line. And then also when I asked them, okay, then how? You guys are so successful. Every one of you guys have millions of followings, millions of views, millions of subscribers. You know, and I'm glad for that. I'm happy for that. We're in a time and age now when we are now celebrating the idea of coming out. We celebrate that. We champion the LGBTQ community, but that's not how it was. That's not how it was about 20 years ago. You know, in the 90s. That's not how it was in the 80s. That's not how it was in the early 2000s. You know, it was still an uphill battle. Um, I think I'm losing my words here, but you can watch the video interviews tomorrow on what their answers are to my questions regarding this. But to conclude, to finish this video, I have the utmost respect for the YouTubers in the LGBTQ community. More than Jeremy Johns, more than John Campea, more than Chris Stuckman. No offense to them, they're awesome people, of course. More than Phil DeFranco, um, more than the Young Turks, because they, as I said earlier, they have this extra hill that they have to. We have our. I have a hill that I'm climbing up, right? But they have like, bam, another one. And for them to be able to accomplish that and to be an inspiration to a lot of people out there, that can put themselves in their shoes, that's just amazing, amazing. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm very humbled that I got to cover the Out Web Fest this evening. My first Out Web Fest, the first time. So hopefully it'll be a regular thing every year. you, the point is, guys, it's always good to find people that can inspire you, people that can floor you, the people that can astound you in such a way as these YouTubers in the LGBT community are. All right. For example, yes, I look up to when I got into YouTubing, people told me, "Hey Rama, why can't you do it like Jeremy Johns does? Why can't you do it like Chris Tuckman or John Campea does his videos?" And I looked at those videos, right? I looked at them, and they're cool. You know, they have their own way of reviewing movies, but I don't want to copy them. I want to do my own thing. So I, I just took the good things and then leave out, the things that I admire them. It's not gonna make a difference, or it's not gonna make a dent in their YouTube career because they're already there. They're already on the mountaintop. They're already in the promised land. All right. So I'm sure they have their own struggle, but they have a blue check mark next to their name, so they're already successful. Okay. They're gonna be fine. Doesn't matter if I look up to them or not. But that's why I look up to my other YouTubers, like John Corona of the Real Talk, or Tyler Calvert. These guys, they have. I think John Campea not John Campea. John Corona, I think, has 2-day jobs. I believe he told me. I gotta double check that. But he's juggling that. He's got day job, and then he finds the time to be a YouTuber on a weekly basis, and on top of that, he also he also reaches out to other YouTubers to collaborate. I don't know how he finds the time to do that, but that's just amazing. That is on top of 2-day jobs, and then you gotta do your own channel, and then you gotta do a collabo. It's amazing, man. And there's not really incentive, a monetary incentive yet, and that makes it even more admirable because they're doing it out of their passion. So those are the kind of guys that I look up to for inspiration, just like the YouTubers at the Outweb Fest this evening. You know, the ones that keep trucking through, the ones that find it hard to come out, but finally gets the courage to, those are the stories that you gotta latch on to and be inspired by. That's my hope for you guys out there. Go find those stories. Go find those people. You know, Brad Pitt and all Jennifer Aniston. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Yeah, you can look up to them, but it's you probably need to look up to the people who can actually like make you say, "Wow, that is amazing," and I admire you for doing that. And so that to conclude, that's my hope for you guys. All right, find inspiration, find the people who can inspire you, and they don't necessarily have, sometimes they're not A-listers. They sometimes they could be your uncle, your aunt, and learn from their stories and learn from their adversity how they overcome their struggles. Because tonight when I interviewed those YouTubers, I was like, wow, wow. I, it's like, oh man, um, I got nothing on you guys. You guys, conquered so much. You guys are kudos, man. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to live up to that. So thank you, YouTube Space LA, for having me on your carpet, and thank you for all the YouTubers, Gigi Gorgeous included, and thank you for all of you guys for tuning into this Friday night live stream of me ranting on. Um, Go watch Royal Wedding at 3 a.m. I don't know why I'm promoting it. I just like watching Royal Wedding, and tune in for Rocking It with Rama Screen live this Sunday. Because there's a Comic Con Revolution at Ontario, California that I'm covering, I may be moving the start time of Rocking It with Rama Screen to 7 p.m. Pacific time. So just wait for my announcement this Sunday. But most likely, I will be live here right here on YouTube this Sunday at 7 p.m. Special time. Usually 3 p.m. but just for this Sunday 7 p.m. Okay, that's it. Let's rock this.